What can you do when the current way you are eating and exercising isn't quite working? It's very frustrating and disheartening to go days, weeks, and months eating healthier, increasing your step count, exercising, yet the scale is flipping you the finger, and you know the finger I'm talking about. And your clothes feel like the dryer shrunk them. Wait, that was the story of my life 80 pounds ago. If you're ready to have that story in your rearview mirror to maximize weight loss after 40, then you definitely want to hear the 3 questions and strategies I relied on to help me lose and maintain weight loss, especially during times when the return on investment felt slow. With these questions top of mind, you can bypass angst and troubleshoot better. Now, before we get started, let me apologize. The cicadas and we are having a vocal battle, and they may be winning. Anyway, let's get into it. Question number 1 to consider for weight loss after 40 is, are there any underlying health, hormone, gut, or other medical factors that may be impacting how your body is responding to the approach you are using to maximize weight loss? We have so many helpful products and methods, so much more so than our parents had to help them during this phase of life. Yet, as great as everything sounds and looks, all of those things may not necessarily be golden for you. In fact, some of the suggestions that we come across and dive head first into may actually be counterproductive based on our desired outcome. My body doesn't do well with wheat, eggs, dairy, or intricate ingredient meals. It's funny for me because the meal recommendations that I come across for me as a woman in her 50s often consist of 2 eggs for breakfast, Greek yogurt later in the day as a source of protein. The consumption of even a tiny amount of those off the food menu items will within the blink of an eye throw my gut happiness out the window. Case in point, recently I went dining with friends. I ordered a dish that came with rice, only to find out several bites in that the base used to make that rice contained wheat. That one offense can take up to 2 weeks for my body to fully recover from. So think about it. If you're eating food, taking medications, supplements, or have any unrecognized health impediments causing your body or brain to operate within an inflammatory response state on repeat, losing weight will feel impossible. Making an appointment with a healthcare professional, getting a good thorough checkup, some blood work done was the best use of my time and resources. Not only did that appointment reveal food intolerances, I had low ferritin levels, pre-diabetic, I had some skin stuff going on, I was starting to get breakouts along my jawline, and a few other early warning signs I had ignored. All of that was revealed in this appointment. Having all of that information in front of me, it just really made sense. My body was not in a healthy enough place to be worried about losing fat when it was trying to survive, and I wasn't giving it the right support because I didn't know what kind of support it needed. Awareness of what is best for our bodies broadens our ability to eat, move, and live in ways that support our hormones, gut, and overall health. Because newsflash, hormones, gut health, it's all interconnected. So stop looking in the mirror, beating yourself up. Instead, pick up the phone or log into your health portal and make an appointment with your healthcare professional to get the information. It is so much easier to troubleshoot when you understand the source of what's the matter, don't you think? When we know better, most of the time, we do better. Hopefully your checkup and blood tests are all clear, or at least you know what you're working with. So now you get to focus on the next question to ask to gain some insight and get some clarity on the next actions that you can begin to take to help move you closer towards your weight loss goals. The question to ask to better maximize weight loss after 40 is, how has my why changed? Did you know that there are generally 2 ways or factors driving the why we do or don't do things? They are either based around intrinsic goals or extrinsic goals. Using one or both of these goal drivers are neither good nor bad. Depending on the goal, one may be more effective than the other. Intrinsic goals are those goals born from our core values. They are self-validating. For me, I value honesty and kindness. So I purpose to show up that way day to day. Whereas extrinsic goals are goals that have a focus on achieving some sort of external validation. The purpose behind the goal may not always align with my core values. When it comes to weight loss, I notice a profound correlation between things not working when my goals are extrinsically based, when I am operating primarily to gain the approval or acceptance from someone other than me. I recall when I first started lifting weights, I would show up to the gym, work out with a group of wonderful ladies who were much further along in their journeys than I was at that time. Whatever they did, I did, no questions asked. I would force myself to grin through injuries. Whatever gave me their applause and accolades, I was doing it. From drinking whey protein shakes to competing in competitions, just doing a whole bunch of craziness for me. Ideal for them, but crazy for me because I didn't take the time to find out why. My goal was to win their approval, a very extrinsic goal. And I did temporarily gain their approval until my injuries forced me to have a seat for a long while. I couldn't exercise, so I naturally let my eating have a seat as well. The ladies, they kept doing them. That's when I noticed that their goals, their mindset was different. Those ladies were showing up to the gym, eating and living by design for goals that were individual and personal. They had a why dripping in intrinsic factor that was so reinforced with desire that superseded motivational dips. Now, the intrinsically based why that helped me lose weight during my 40s, to stay the course even when I tired of following the plan that I outlined for myself, cried when my clothes felt no different, and the tape measure wasn't measuring fairly. My why, that became stronger than any valid reason or excuse I could give, is I caught a vision where I changed the narrative I was telling myself. I woke up one day and I had a clear vision of who and how I wanted to be in my 60s up to my 100th birthday. My why is recognizing for me that it is easier for me to do more things independently in a lighter body with decent muscle retention and being more metabolically healthy versus my over 200-pound body that had all the health challenges I spoke of earlier. My why reminds me that I want to be an asset to my beautiful boys, not a distraction or concern as they are embarking upon the newness and complexities of adulting. The thing about our why is that it helps to shape our identity, which shapes our behaviors, leading me to the next major question to ask, which is twofold when the journey feels like walking up an ice-covered hill in stilettos. And that question to ask is, are your habits off? And how has that shifted your self-identity, who you say you are? Think about when you first decided to take action to lose some weight. In that moment, you self-identified as someone with the capabilities and belief in self to align your actions with your stated goals. You were planning your meals, eating like Goldilocks, not too much, not too little, prioritizing protein, fiber, and carbohydrates to fuel your workouts that supported muscle and bone density, and proactively minimizing the cascade of stress that can overtake us when left unaddressed for too long, right? You were doing all those things. Are those habits still present? Before the evidence of it was there, that I am a person who values health and fitness. And just like plays with dress rehearsals, that's how I dressed up. And I go out into the world and I make decisions with that belief in mind that health and fitness matters, that they rank high for me.
Physical fitness is very important to Shannon.
A guide whether or not I will or won't eat something, if I will park my car further away to add to my step count, walk to the library instead of driving, and how I will invest my time and resources. This video will help you gather habits geared for us over 40 to better represent your values well and accurately. I'll see you over there.